I love learning concepts connecting with real world systems. And let's see, we post what is artificial intelligence. Then what happens next? Is it searching inside the Google, or did really ChatGPT understand the English language, what we posted, what actually happens inside? At the end of this video, definitely we understand the essential concept of deep learning. The first thing that happens is let's open chatgpt.com and we can see that it's an interface where user can post a query, and this interface might have been developed by using any of the modern web application framework like React. And once a user posts a query, the browser sends an HTTP request to OpenAI server, but the request doesn't contain only the sentence you just typed, but also it contains system instructions, previous conversation history. The entire information becomes the context that the model uses to answer your question. Before moving further, what do you think? Is ChatGPT understand the query you posted in English? No. Like CPU, how it doesn't understand languages like C Sharp, Java, but instead it understands only binary. Similar way, even large language models understand only numbers. So this is where we are going to start with the deep learning concept like tokenization. In the first step, tokenizer will break your sentence into smaller pieces called tokens. You can see here what is artificial intelligence question mark. This is divided into tokens. So our query, what is artificial intelligence, is broken into tokens by tokenizer. And don't think that tokenizer will always break sentence based on the word. Not exactly. It all depends on the tokenizer, how it is configured, and also what is the vocabulary it is referring to. Even the single word like playing can be broken into two tokens, play and ing. It all depends on the tokenizer. And what do you think? Now we have our response divided into multiple tokens. And do you think that LLMs can understand these tokens, which is in English? No, this cannot be understood by the LLMs. So we need to convert them into numericals, and each of these tokens will be converted into token IDs. You can see here the what is represented by this 392. And so every token receives a unique number ID so that ChatGPT will understand. So now we have token IDs. Do you think that ChatGPT will understand? Uh, no. Right now, we just have a representation of numericals of our query, but ChatGPT doesn't understand the meaning of this. As ChatGPT doesn't understand just the token IDs, every token ID is converted into vector. This is where embedding come into picture. Instead of one number, it becomes thousands of numbers representing its meaning. Imagine a gigantic map where nurse, hospital, doctor, they all are close together, and whereas doctor and banana are far apart. Embedding captures semantic meaning, but they don't understand the entire sentence. They only know the meaning of each individual word. After embedding, it just understand each word's meaning, but it still ChatGPT doesn't know which order it has to be framed. Now, how do we resolve this? This is where positional encoding comes into picture. Every token receives additional position information. Now ChatGPT knows what the word meaning and where it appears in the sentence. Only after understanding the meaning and the position, now it can enter the transformer. Now the real AI begins, and the embedding enters the transformer. This is the brain of the ChatGPT. This is where deep learning truly begins. Before transformers, AI models mainly used RNNs, that is, the recurrent neural networks, earlier. They processed one word after another sequentially, and even the training of large data was very slow, and they cannot even remember the long context. Transformers changed everything. Instead of processing one word at a time, they started processing all words together. This parallel processing is one of the biggest reasons the modern AI becomes so powerful. In Transformer, the question arises, which other word should I pay attention to? In the sentence, what is artificial intelligence? The word intelligence may pay strong attention to artificial instead of word what, because those two words are closely related. This process is called self-attention. To calculate attention, every word creates three vectors, that is query key value. Query, what information am I looking for? Key, what information do I have? Value, this is the information I will share. Every token compares its query with every other token's key. The more relevant they are, the more attention it pays to the token value. This allows the models to understand the relationship between the words. Instead of using one attention mechanism, transformers use many attention heads simultaneously. Each head specializes in learning different relationships. Finally, all their understanding is combined into one richer understanding. And one attention may pay more attention for grammar, other for meaning, other for subject, other for action, etc. This is one transformation block where attention gathers the information, and the feed forward network where neurons are used processes that information, and residual connection preserves the useful information. It also captures the old representation and also updated representation. Layer normalization stabilizes learning. The entire block improves the understanding of your sentence. ChatGPT doesn't use only one transformer block. Instead, it stacks dozens of transformer blocks. Each block understands your sentence little better. By the final block, the model has built a rich contextual understanding of your question. Now, ChatGPT understands your question, but it still hasn't generated a response. The linear layer compares the final understanding with every word in the vocabulary. It gives every possible token a score. These scores are not enough, so the software converts those scores into probabilities. Now the model knows which word most likely to come next. Now one token is selected and it is appended to the sentence. Then the entire process repeats again and again until the complete answer is generated. Finally, the generated token IDs are converted back into readable English and the response is streamed back to our browser. This is why ChatGPT generates response one token at a time. Now you can see the overall process or a picture. What looked like a simple conversation is billions of mathematical operations happening within milliseconds. We covered all essential deep learning concepts that powers ChatGPT and modern LLMs.